Well, I have 12, but I don't think that's gonna cut it when I closed Google and everything immediately
Loca
started
likes a football.
Oh man,
That's a dead on impression, Luke.
That is a dead on impression of my monologue.
Look what you guys I have. I found it. I found it in the back of the cabinet.
Is that
A Jones soda? Holy crap, that thing is
Let's
It's turkey
go.
gravy flavored.
You are nasty.
What are you doing?
What
in
is
the hell's
Jones
going on?
soda? I've never heard of this.
What? Jones?
You never heard of
this-
Jones?
Delicious. It's delicious.
It's like just this like artisanal soda.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I give up. Soda.
Was it Jones? Was it Jones that did the Nuka-Cola Quantum? I can't remember. It wasn't Jones.
I don't
was
know.
It? I don't know.
I don't know, but their soda flavors are pretty good. They're not like I don't think they're the best, but especially for the price, but they're pretty good and definitely worth a try.
Okay.
Well, I mean, especially if you're getting turkey gravy and sausage flavor. I don't know what that is.
I don't know how long it's been here, but I did go to
That's not good.
a flea market, and I do have like a bottle of Pepsi from like 1977.
Dang, nice. That's
Do
pretty
yourself,
cool.
Yeah, that's
do yourself a
collector's
favor,
item.
Cozy, and throw that in the fridge. Don't
What?
get that warm.
But this?
Yeah.
Wait, why shouldn't I drink it warm? Would you really want turkey
So she took
and
it as a
gravy
dare.
cold? Do you really
Yeah,
want
right, that's a
cold
good
turkey
point.
and gravy?
That's a good
I
point.
mean,
Ann.
cold cuts, man.
nice.
Cold cuts.
What, do you
Carbonated
put
turkey and
the
gravy.
gravy on it
Sometimes.
too?
That
It
sounds
like
disgusting.
an insane soda flavor.
That sounds
Just like-
disgusting.
Cozy is
horrifying.
out
Honestly, I think
of
the
her
mistake
mind.
they make is putting sugar in it, because I think you could have a savory soda, but the problem is they always want to put sugar in it. So then it's like weird. Like imagine if someone was like, "You want like a Bloody Mary," and it was sweet.
Yeah.
That-
It's yeah. I believe I blame the Pepsi drinkers. Y'all scummy as hell with your extra sugary, no bite tier soda.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Coca-Cola
Pepsi is.
FTW.
I'm sorry. I love my teeth, so no Coke for me. No, I feel like my teeth have been like chemically cleaned
No, you ain't lying. You definitely ain't lying.
every time I have Coke.
What?
Wait,
That
what are we
doesn't
talking
sound
about?
healthy.
Soda's bad for you guys. Drink as little soda as possible.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
got a soda.
Take it from someone that has an 8-pack of freaking Diet Coke right here next to me. So
Yeah.
I just use I don't really drink soda that much. I
I
use my Soda Stream, and I just drink sparkle. I like the sparkle. Is what I like.
I used to love drinking sparkling ice. Oh my god, it's so delicious. I don't know
Sparkling
why.
ice
Yeah,
is great.
You can
I
start
only
whenever
like
you
the
want,
kind
Luke, 'cause
without
we've been
any
live for like
sweetener.
5 minutes.
Oh
Oh
just
my god,
chatting?
that's great.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, Loke
Wait, is
freeze?
Loke still freeze?
Loke's
Loke is
frozen.
Or is he
froze.
really just
Yeah.
acting?
No,
Or
I'm
is he-
frozen. I'm
he-
just-
He is
having an
watching the
impressive,
football. He's watching the football.
He's having an impressive that's a nice background, Loke, but he's also having an impressive like staring contest. That's what he's doing.
Yeah,
So
he
if
is.
the Americans can stop appropriating my intro to the show.
No, hey, I've never appropriated anything, but
Appropriate these
There
nuts in
we
your mouth.
go.
Oh,
Get him.
Okay, greetings
Look-
and
looks a
salutations,
victim.
ladies and gentlemen. Welcome welcome to yet another installment of Bullsitting on TSWS Gaming. This week we have the Summer Game Fest. The fest is short for
Summer
festival,
Movie Fest.
but calling what we saw last night a festival would be an insult to the word. I'm your host, Loke7, and joining me today is the lovely Cozy Beluga, Mr. Behind Them Sticks, Ham Solo, the man that likes games more than anyone in the world, Mr. Matt Likes Games, and someone that has been on the show more than anyone else, is not even a guest anymore, just part of the furniture,
Yes.
Miss
Wow.
Classic Cage.
What
Welcome.
up, folks? Yes.
Welcome.
Glad to be here as always.
Thank you for coming through. Really appreciate it. Cannot wait for us to get into the John Carpenter masterpiece video game. This man is a genius. Before we start, Cozy, what have you been playing this past week?
So I have actually been chilling outside, touching grass.
Whoa.
But
Ooh,
I
sounds
take my
that's dangerous.
3DS
Right.
with me and I'm
Yeah.
playing Theater Rhythm, and I know Theater Rhythm is on the Switch and the PS4, but the stylus input method really brings that game together.
Can you briefly explain what that is? Briefly.
Theater Rhythm is a Final Fantasy themed rhythm game.
Okay.
Rhythm games operate best with
Right.
touch controls.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Carl Classic Cage, what have you been playing this past week?
So I literally just started the new season of Fortnite. Off to a good start. Already up to
Oh,
level
come
5. Yes,
on.
sir. The crack is it continues. Bruh. Don't complain to me. Complain to all these multiplayer companies that are supposed to make good multiplayer games, but still cannot outdo something as ridiculous as Fortnite. I'm not gonna sit here and defend Fortnite. I think it's ridiculous, but out of everything else, it still continues to be the king, sadly. But hey, I'm waiting for
Queen.
yeah.
Let's
well,
not misgender the
guess,
video game.
At this point, well, I think we have to name all the genders now, right?
Yo, they,
Yep.
it,
But
etc.
hey, I've also what the hell else have I been playing? Oh, I've been playing Doom. I mean, not
Uh-oh.
Doom. Fuck. No, Diablo. Excuse me. Same difference. Same difference. on
Same.
Diablo
Great.
4.
Very,
Both
very,
are
very
great.
close.
Both are
Very
great.
close.
We're all in hell.
You
No, but
say either
Diablo
way, I'm
4
in
has been a
hell.
lot of fun. Exactly.
Oh, okay.
It's been a lot of fun. I'm actually shocked that I've been having as much fun as I have been. Normally, Blizzard knows how to fuck everything up for everyone, so
I mean,
everything's still good so far.
they're honestly 3 out of 4 in my opinion with Diablo.
Okay.
Mm. Okay, you know what? When Cozy likes a game, I sit up straight and I'm like, wow, okay, I need to pay attention. Jeez, Cozy, you always ragging on everything. So if you like it, it must be really good. All right, so Diablo 4. Good one. Ham, what you been playing this past week?
Lots and lots and lots of Diablo. And then yesterday tried out the Liza P demo, which we'll get into here in a little bit. But Diablo is
Yeah.
wild. Level 54 right now, and that already beat the
Damn,
game.
you beat me.
Yeah, so yeah. I'm working on a second character, the sorcerer, right now. I only have that at like level 6 or 9.
No,
or something
calm
like
your
that.
tits.
Take it easy.
I agree with Cozy. I agree.
I'm
a
done.
bear.
Settle
I'm
down,
done.
dude. Settle
Don't
down.
Don't shoot.
Who does that? 2 characters and almost maxed out the other
Well,
one. Anyway, Matt, what have you been playing?
Well.
Don't say the same thing.
Well, I've Diablo 4, and I've also got 2 characters. One of 51 and the other one of 37. So
Golly.
yeah, I've been no life in Diablo. That's about it. I played a little bit of the Liza P demo. Went right back to Diablo, and I'm actually currently playing Diablo. It's a sickness, honestly. It needs to be stopped.
I guess I'm a fake gamer. Me and Coach.
I mean, we already knew that. We've been saying that you're a fake gamer. That's not something
Right.
you have to announce.
I'm just saying, if what makes you a real gamer, right, is doing what Ham and Matt do just did in Diablo with a week, I'm not a real gamer.
Stick to Football Manager.
early access, week and a half, but you know,
Oh yeah,
True,
yeah, you guys
true.
did get the deluxe one.
yeah.
That's a
I'm just
fact.
saying,
Alright.
stick to Football Manager. That's,
Welcome
Your
back
lane.
from the dead. Yeah, sure, Cozy. I've been playing Jedi Survivor. I'm fairly confident I will finish it this weekend.
Nice.
Here's hoping. Street Fighter 6 is already preloaded. I'm gonna be playing some with Silent Cypher. I don't know.
Are you gonna stream
something-
getting destroyed?
Maybe.
Who are
If-
you
if-
planning to play as?
Who's the first character? If M Bison's available, he's my
Nope.
favorite.
Nope. They did M Bison fans
Mother.
dirty.
Mother, what? For real? There's no M Bison.
Street Fighter
Okay, I
without
might have-
Bison. It's insane.
What are we doing? Next thing, Tekken without Heihachi.
Hey man,
Okay,
I'm still crying. Two games, no Fei Long. We haven't had Fei Long since Street Fighter 4. I'm dying inside.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. That's rough. I'll probably go with Cammy, and I'll wear the camo suit, like the bathing suit with
The leotard.
nothing.
You
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
go. You have to play through the story, I think, to get it.
Bro, worth it. Worth it. Welcome, Stanley Francois. Come in, man. Back from the Dead says, nice. I only have one rogue at level 42, but I have to go touch grass for work. Dude, I've been rolling in the
I mean,
grass.
that's healthy, honestly. Healthy.
If work is grass, I've been rolling
Keep it
in
up.
it.
Keep it up.
All right. Smash the like button and ring the bell because we won't be discussing Nick Marks' situation with Call of Duty because offending people is just not our cup of tea. So smash the like button, share it out. Let's have some fun.
Yes,
Before
sir.
we partake in this week's session of digital savagery, Cozy, tell me, are you feeling Rosie?
Absolutely.
Hey.
Why? It has to be a non-gaming.
Why are you
related
moving
reason.
like?
Why are you
What
feeling
was that like a? Was that the Cosby move right there that you did? You look like you just ate some pudding.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
no.
not in New York. I'm not in New York, and it's sunny out.
You're in New York
That's-
or you're not in New York?
I'm
Not being in New
Oh,
York
yeah.
is definitely something to celebrate. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
As
especially
a
right
New
now.
Yorker myself, okay?
That's a dub in and
It's
of
so
itself.
sunny out. It's been sunny and nice. I've been going outside. Like I said, I've been seriously touching grass. Like, that's like
Yeah.
a cure for a lot of like my
Yeah.
feeling down. Just like you go outside and you're like, dang, if it would only be more perfect if I could either be a cat or a lizard and just sit on a rock and just
Or a
bask.
lizard.
Have you ever the lizards when they're just like sitting in their like warm spots, like you're like, man, that's the life.
My best friend's dream is to be a cat. That's her dream.
I
There you go.
sometimes wish I could be a cat, but only for sleeping purposes.
And on that note, we now know that Cozy's feeling rosy. That's a good thing. Ladies and gentlemen, we watched the showcase last night. We had our immediate visceral reactions. We've had some time, almost 24 hours, to digest it and rewatch it. Cult Classic Cage, what is your new, revised, and composed rating for the Summer Game Fest? And
So, I mean-
and why?
So, just to add context, like the PlayStation Showcase, I gave it a 5 out of 10. The Summer Game Fest, I gave it a 7 out of 10. And basically, I start at 10 out of 10, and I work my way down. Well, when they showed The Witcher Season 3, I'm like, okay, that's a point deducted. And then when they showed phone games, I'm like, okay, that was a point deducted. Then when I heard a lot of talking, I'm like, okay, that was another point deducted. So that's how I reached my 7 out of 10 conclusion with that. Overall,
Wait.
Yep.
The
Yep.
PlayStation Showcase was a 5.
Yep.
This abomination was a
Yep.
7.
yeah.
Look. Sip
Oh,
on
yes.
that. Sip on
Finish.
that.
Go ahead and finish.
Seethe.
I'm not Kanye West. I'm not Kanye West. I'm not seething. I'm not
Oh,
seething.
it
Trying to
doesn't
find the
look like
logic.
you're happy.
Come
Just
on,
trying
man.
to
I'll
find
be
the
honest.
logic.
It
look,
doesn't sound like it.
Let her
look, to
finish.
me,
Sounds-
man,
Sounds like a
you
Malden.
know, I used to be extremely excited for PlayStation last gen, like extremely excited. I honestly,
Yeah.
I would like for me, I was way like back then. I was still introducing myself to PC gaming, so it's one of those things where like you dip your toe like here and there. That's how it was for me and my my gaming laptop that I had at the time. But you know, mostly I would spend my time on PlayStation. I looked forward to a bunch of the games, and I just feel like I feel as though the change in PlayStation, you know, with these new people, with the new generation, it has been lackluster. It's just I'm here to buy your games, but where are they? That's really what it is, and they didn't really answer that with the showcase, and it's weird being in a situation where PlayStation doesn't bring the gameplay, where they don't have the things that we've grown to expect from them, given how they established themselves last gen. I have to give them props, kudos for last gen. I think that they did a far better job than most of their competition, but here we are. I think that we're going through a bit of a slump if you look forward to PlayStation or exclusives, because some of them, some of them I like, some of them I hate, but there's a level of quality that goes in their games. When I don't see gameplay, something that they were always accustomed to bringing E3 time, it's disappointing to me. Summer Game Fest, I have to say, they brought a decent amount of gameplay. Obviously, they had phone games, and they were whoring out Sephiroth, which concerned the hell out of me. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, man. You're literally using one of the greatest video game villains ever to sell a phone game. Like, this is what we're doing here. So, like, stuff like that, I found insulting. But hey, like, I think that they definitely showed off some interesting games. That Akira Toriyama game, I thought that was cool. At first, I thought it was Dragon Quest. I didn't assume that it was Dragon Quest 12, but they also had like this other game. I think it's The Adventures of Dai, which is based off of a manga that I read like the first volume of, which I thought was good. I just haven't kept up with it like I wanted to. But I thought it was that. But it turns out to be a whole new game from apparently a manga that he did way back in the day, and it definitely looks like early Dragon Ball. Like, that's the first thing I was like, okay, but then they have like this little pink dude that you run around as. I'm like, oh my god, this is cool, and I like the style.
All right, we'll
I'm
get
a
to that.
Akira Toriyama fan, so just
We'll
looking
get
at his
to that.
art always gets me excited. Obviously, I don't know, you may not be too hyped for the John Carpenter game, but the fact John Carpenter, a gamer, like John Carpenter's
This
a
is not
legitimate
8 Mile. This is not
He's-
8 Mile. You're not gonna get to throw all the trash out and then say, "Oh, go ahead and say whatever you want." This ain't 8 Mile. No,
Hey,
no.
that game
Classic
looks
Eight-
better than Redfall.
We
It looked better than Redfall, bro.
ain't nobody trying to defend Redfall. Nobody. All right.
Exactly, bro.
Phil Spencer is not trying to defend Redfall. Don't deviate the topic. We got your rating. We got your logic. I definitely disagree with the logic, but okay.
It's fair.
Mr. Jonah
It's
Dark
fair.
said they had some
Hell
good
World,
games,
baby.
but I was
Pokemon with
Yeah.
guns, baby. Come on, man.
There's some games I was interested. I think Summer Games Fest is just another show and cannot replicate E3 unless Jeff gets booths for people to play in. They should try to team up with Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, have a demo of some of the games. Sony is going through the pains of what Xbox was going through in the Xbox One era. They pushed out so many games that now they are reloading. Don't have games till further into the gen. All right, Ham Solo. You had to think about it. What's your final score and why?
I'm still standing in the same way I ended the stream yesterday. I'm sitting at a 6 with this. It was a 6 out of 10 for this and 6 out of 10 for the Sony showcase. I feel like they were like the opposite of each other. Sony showcase had great pacing, but not very many games that were very interesting to me. Keeley's show had horrible pacing, but some pretty interesting games. The pacing for the Summer Game Fest made your boy tired. I mean, I was watching and I was just like, Nick, I love you, but get off the stage, bro. And like, same with the Alan Wake dude. Same with, I was like, Ed Boon, we all love you. Get the fuck up out of here.
At least he did his eyebrows. At least he did his eyebrows for the show. You got to give him at least props for that, okay?
You know, I thought it was really cool to see Ed Boon on the stage, but like it just felt like forever. Like I thought they were gonna announce him on the stage. He's gonna say hi. This is the new game or something like that. But they just kept going, and I was like, y'all having a backstage conversation on stage? What's going on?
Yo, they talking about Jean-Claude Van Damme as Johnny Cage, but they don't even show you Jean-Claude Van Damme as Johnny Cage. Like, come on, really? Really?
Imagine it. Just imagine it. All right, Ham. Matt, what's your score and why? Final score and why?
Let's give that a 4 out of 10.
Damn.
And I'd debate going lower than that. I think that was worse than the PlayStation Showcase simply because there was a lot of times during that showcase where I just dissociated from it. Nick Cage talking. God bless him. I don't hate Nick Cage at all, but I don't want to hear him talk about video games. Pretend to like. I don't care about that. Sam Lake, love him. Love Remedy. I don't want to hear you talk about games for like 10 minutes. I mean, like, there's so many interruptions with that showcase. Ham said it. Like, the PlayStation Showcase didn't have all the games I'm super hyped for, but there are games there, and they paced it correctly. I felt like this showcase had about as many, maybe a little less games that I'm interested in than PlayStation Showcase, and it was paced horribly. So I rate it lower than the PlayStation Showcase.
All right. Cozy, what's your final score and why?
I give it an 8.
Hey, there you go.
Huh?
Nice.
Oh, so
Loke, I don't want to hear that shit, Loke. I don't want to hear that shit from Loke. You sit your ass down and be quiet, Mr. 8 out of 10 PlayStation Showcase. Shut the fuck up. Let Cozy talk.
Damn, son.
That was some criminal shit, Loke.
This guy was waiting on it. All right, Cozy.
I think
I heard a trigger. I'm sorry.
So
Yo.
I don't expect. I'm not one of those people that's like, oh man, it's bad. Mostly because when Matt said he just disassociated. I'm only half paying attention anyway, so I'm not like super in. But my thing is, I always want to come out seeing one thing that kind of interests me, and if I think it's successful, if it does that, if at least one thing kind of interests me.
Okay, that's actually my logic for the PlayStation Showcase, so I can't even disagree with you. What was the game again? Sorry, I was half.
It was more than one, but
Yeah,
Power
I'm surprised.
Sandland.
Okay.
They showed me games that look like they're made for adults, and that's been a rarity for a long time now. Like I'm like, it's not like I want to be this into Fortnite, guys. It's that we have, as adults, we don't have that many options in modern day. Okay, everything looks like it's made for children. Just the fact that they have some games that's like, oh snap, like this looks like, we're getting back to that 360 gritty looking sort of games that would release back then. Like I'm happy to see it. I'm happy that we're going back towards that field, that vibe.
I'm sorry.
Dragon Yobi says I fell asleep 3 times watching. I don't care.
Oh, can I say something real quick on that?
Say it. Go ahead, man.
I was streaming this with my buddy Mike, Bill, and a few people were watching. And so Bill is super hyped for Spider-Man, like so hyped for Spider-Man. It's like his favorite thing. Bill was asleep by the time the release date for Spider-Man came.
Wow.
Bill was asleep. He fell asleep. He missed it. He woke up and he's like, "What I miss?" I'm like, "You literally missed the release date for Spider-Man." He thought we were joking. He thought we were joking.
I will say it was easy. It was easy to find a piss break moment during that showcase.
Oh yeah, me and both Loke had one.
Oh yeah, we both took breaks. Good times.
Yep. As soon as Marvel Snap came on, I was like, "Goodbye."
That's the perfect moment.
That
They
Marvel
talked about
Snap
Call
guy
of
was
Duty. I was like,
popped
oh,
up.
perfect. I'm out.
Cozy, did you get to finish your point?
Yeah.
All right. Well, at least someone really liked it, and that's important. We have to
Yeah.
remember that not everything is trash for everyone.
Yes.
It's just what is it? 1, 2. It's just 4-1. All right, but there is the one. All right, there is the one. Anyway, Mr. John Dark says he wants the Spider-Man 2 collector's edition. Real quick, guys, open to everyone. $230. Worth it or not?
If it's a
If
good
you
collector's
like-
edition
Yeah, if you
and you
love,
like
if you love
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man,
Have you guys seen the collector's edition?
I haven't seen
Yeah.
it.
doesn't come with a
It looks
disc.
cool.
Doesn't
I
come
don't
with a
like
disc.
Spider-Man, so I don't
Somebody
really
share
care.
it to me in
but,
the Twitter
so-
DMs real quick so I can show everybody else.
Let me
With-
let me send that to you.
The thing is, so what
Yeah.
makes I actually bought quite a few collector's editions, particularly even like PlayStation exclusive games last gen. I have no interest in buying any more collector's editions because, well, a collector wants to collect physically, and there are no
Yeah.
more physical copies with these collector's editions. So it's literally
Yeah.
antithetical to the people that like this kind of stuff. So on
You
that
know-
front, I just don't bother getting collector's editions
It's stupid.
anymore.
They should just really put the physical game
I
in it
sent
because,
that
like,
over him.
anyone who wants to collect, anyone who's
Mhm.
like into collectors, wants that physical game, which
Yep.
doesn't. So I get their logic being like, oh well, we want to make sure the people who buy digital, but if you're buying a collector's edition, you don't care about.
Yeah, if you chose to go the digital path with which PlayStation you chose or Xbox even that you chose, you've forfeited that concept of collecting because you're like, I would rather just have the digital only console. That like what $100 less or $150 less was like you sacrificed that for that cheaper console. And look, that's a choice. That's a choice that you needed to take into account when you chose to buy the least expensive console. Like, I shouldn't have to suffer as a physical media collector because people forfeited the right to collect physically. That is just like, it's just antithetical to who you're trying to please with these collector's editions.
No, not really.
Yeah.
It's the company is doing the right thing here by snubbing people like you, Cult Classic Cage. I'm sorry. Collector's editions and even just physical games, they cost more to make, and the company doesn't have the power to control the game you just bought. Because if they give you a code, they can take it away at any point. If they give you a disc, then they're hamstrung. We
it's
we,
like
we, we
we
opened the
live in a
Single
door.
player game.
situation.
It's a single
We
player game.
live in
Yeah.
a situation where
Yeah.
it's like, oh man, if I say something that someone isn't okay with on PSN, well, I can have my whole account terminated tomorrow.
Yes.
And
Yes.
all my games, my thousands upon thousands of dollars that I paid on
It's
digital
over.
games, like that. So yeah, like I guess that's how they do want it overall. The overall anarchy, I guess. I mean,
Yeah,
that's what I think. Like for me, I love collecting physically because worst case scenario, my account is gone. Oh, because I said something to one of my friends that is okay with some stupid shit that I would say. They would terminate me for something like that because it has happened to one of my friends before. And so like I actually, I love collecting physically for games specifically that I care about. And I
Yeah.
think I enjoyed the first, Marvel Spider-Man. I even enjoyed Miles Morales. Are they the best games in the world that people talk about to be? Personally, I don't think so, but I enjoy them. I'm looking forward to this next one because, well, Venom's freaking awesome. If you're a Spider-Man fan, like chances are you hyped for Venom. That's just like he has some of the best villains in all of comic books. And Venom in this looks insane. Like I really like the Venom's design.
Okay. Anyone else want to chime in on the whole collector's edition?
So
Go ahead.
I'm kind of with Cassie on this. I mean, I just don't like ditching the physical copy of the game for the same thing with God of War, and there also another collector's edition that hasn't been revealed yet but is leaked. Starfield, that got leaked. It's $2.99. Now there's no leak of whether or not it comes with the disc. Comes with like a watch and some other stuff, but like there's no leak of if it comes with a disc. Now, here's the thing: I'll be a total hypocrite on this Spider-Man versus Starfield thing, because if they launch that Starfield thing and they say it comes with a digital code or whatever, I will buy it. I'll pick up a physical copy later, but I will buy it because Starfield, because I love Bethesda. But like, people are gonna buy the Spider-Man thing. If you really like Spider-Man, it comes with a cool steelbook case. It's just dumb that it doesn't come with a disc. It's just
like
dumb.
you include an empty steelbook case. Like I want to
Yes.
smash my head against a wall just trying to
Yeah.
make sense of that. So stupid.
It is.
And the steelbook case looks sick. It looks sick, but
It
hey,
does.
it's empty. But they think that just displaying a case, an empty case, is enough for a physical media collector. This is how disconnected they are.
Yeah.
All right, Hamothy, Cozy.
Yes. Yeah, the kind of people that are collectors, they want that physical disc. So it does it a disservice to like not include that. And also even more absurd to have a steelbook. But also maybe they know the kind of people that are collectors will just buy the disc.
Exactly. That's the thing.
But they just lost my potential purchase.
Well, for
Well,
anyone that's super into, go ahead, Em. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna pretty much kind of agree with Cult Classic Cage on this. Like, that's a lot of money that you're asking somebody to spend, and you're giving them. I mean, that's like buying a book with no pages in it. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, you gave me a.
No pages.
You give me a code that I
signed
can
cover.
use as like
They
a
gave you a
Q-
hardcover.
They pretty
Yeah,
much
signed
gave me
and
a
a code.
For Kindle.
I'm just saying, imagine opening to read a book and there's a QR code in there saying read it on your computer. And you're like, I've spent top dollar for this, yet there's some fool over here that spent $70 and got a disc. And I'm over here spending upwards of $300 and I can't get one. Now I see Mr. Joanna Dark said in the chat, like, he doesn't really like discs. And I'm fine with that. Where I'm at on it is, at least give a brother the option. Like,
Yeah.
like, why can't I just hit like disc version or digital version for collector's editions?
Yes.
Why is that so hard to do? I don't get it. You're already asking somebody to spend what, like 4 times the amount of what the game costs? If there's 2 options and it's $10 more for the disc version, $15 more for the disc version, that ain't shit at that point. At least give the option, even if it is a little bit more. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. So when I saw this, I kind of got a little bit of a panic attack, because there's an article that NASA put out, and they did a study. There's a robot went into space, blah blah blah. Essentially, there is a solar flare coming. It is coming in the next 10 years, and it has the potential to wipe out our internet, the whole planet's internet, for a couple of months.
Wow.
So me, that lives in a country with no physical support, this triggered me. I was stressed. I know it's a solar flare. It's going to affect electricity. People are going to be without water, without electricity, blah, blah, blah. Me, I was just thinking about, 95% of my games are digital. So
he's like, what am I going to do for a month?
Bro, it's not even a month. It's months. Literally, it is months. And I'm sitting here thinking, guys, as soon as the DRM kicks in on either one of these consoles, because they both kick in, whether it's a week, 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, as soon as it kicks in, I'm screwed. Even with my solar energy, I'll have the electricity. I'll be able to turn on the console, but there's nothing I can do. All of you guys will just be popping in your discs. But people that just play digital, nothing. So I'm thinking to myself, like, this is terrible. This is horrible. DRM oh God, I don't even know what word to use for it, but it's one of the worst things that could have happened to video games. I still remember when we all got pissed off at DRM. Now everyone's at peace with it because it's normal or whatever. Anyways,
Yep.
let's get into the solar flare that was the Summer Game Fest. As usual with showcases, I will state the name of the game, and whoever wants to chime in on it, feel free. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth coming 2024.
Early 2024. It's cool. People that are riding high on the coattails of 16, it's enough time to digest 16 if it's a true banger, or maybe who knows, it could turn out to be the biggest disappointment of 2023. But either way, you have time to digest that. And Final Fantasy VII Rebirth early 2024 sounds good, man. It looks good. I do have my concerns with the combat, because I feel like the combat is a bit handholdy on 7 Remake. That's why I'm so hyped for 16, because like it just feels completely like free form, which has me excited. But my one concern really with 7 Rebirth is Final Fantasy 16 Remake going to make that game feel old in terms of combat?
Okay, so real quick, Ham Solo bounced off of Final Fantasy VII Remake. Ham, did the combat have anything specific? Did it like affect your enjoyment of the game? Is it one of the
No,
reasons
I
why
thought
you
the
jumped
combat
off
was kind
it?
of cool. I didn't mind the combat. It was just a story. I just couldn't dig it.
Ah,
I'm the opposite. I love the story. The combat just feels stiff, handholdy. The one thing that has me excited about Rebirth, that one of the individuals working on the project discussed, was that they are planning to add their version of the Final Fantasy 12 combat system, where you kind of basically all your characters, your side characters, you kind of tell them what to do situationally. So if I could tell Aerith, hey, dummy, you're a healer. Stop running right at the boss, you fool. If I could do that and kind of tell my, everyone what to do when specifically, I think that would be such a huge upgrade on its own. I'm hoping that they're able to implement that in a way that makes
So you
sense.
want
for
Tails
this game.
combat.
Yeah.
ooh, Tales from Arise.
Tails combat in general has always been pretty stellar.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, Rice is pretty solid. Just give me ways to tell my certain characters what to do. Like, please just stop doing these dumb things that your character's not designed to do.
So you just design your AI properly. Welcome, Sarge. Welcome in. Welcome in. Okay, so real quick, Mr. Jonah Duck added in some extra stress for me by reminding me that even if you have the disc, ladies and gentlemen, you still need to download the game.
Not
That's
wrong.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless
In the
it's
day
Final
one
Fantasy
patch.
16, that seems to be getting everything right.
Well, any
Alright,
game you got to
alright.
download, sure, but like some games have DRM, some games do not. I mean, just kind of depends on that more or less, whether the game needs to be online or not. But I mean, I think the whole thing behind it is it's just like, if you're a collector, like if I reach back here and somebody's like, "Yo, man, you collected you collect PlayStation games." I'm like, "Yeah, here's a game." Bam! You open it up
And you can
and
just
you
play
see
it.
the disc, you see the book.
Beautiful.
How would you feel knowing that you just spent
Gamer porn right
$250 and you're sitting there like, "Oh man, I can't wait to play this game. Let me show it off on my stream." And it's like a piece of paper falls out. They're like a freaking piece of paper just falls out of it, and it's like, "Oh, this is my new disc. This is pretty dope. like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like to me, it's just very anticlimactic. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, like, you put collector as part of the name of this product being sold, yet the main, like the real meat and potatoes is on a piece of paper. It just feels very cheap. It's like the most
It
valuable
doesn't make
piece
sense.
is like this thing that got printed at Kinko's. Like, you guys gave me something from Kinko's.
Yo, Kinko's is cool. Okay.
I mean, it just doesn't make sense. Who are you trying to appeal to with the way modern collector's editions are? I think that this just shows that they're disconnected.
Yeah. And not just that they're disconnected, but that we let them do it. It's like when a relationship goes bad, it's not the fault of one person. It's both of y'all's fault.
Yeah.
The one person did a bad thing, but you also helped. Whether it was consciously or subconsciously, you helped by doing something or by not doing it, because not acting on negative behavior is also a decision. And these companies been doing this, and we haven't been doing anything.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, I guess we deserve it. Mr. Janadog says the only way to truly own your games is to back them up and then use an emulator to play them. I backed up all my PS3 games. Once my consoles go bad, I will have a way to play the games. It's wild.
That's super smart.
Dorian Gray says,
Smart.
yeah.
Very smart.
Dorian Gray says, I collect vinyl records, but see analog music sounds vastly different than digital. Physical and digital games are the same thing. It's still data. Guys, we have to go back to the showcase, but I just have to say, I think this might be my last console. My last console boxes that I get. I think I'm gonna start trying to figure out this whole PC thing, because
I'd say go for it, man.
boy.
Because at some point, look, what distinct feature separates a console from a PC in modern day? Physical media. I've stood on this ground. Once physical media goes on the console, there's no reason to own a console. There's just no reason.
Yeah, the convenience is it's disappearing. The reason I used to get these things is because it was local hardware, and it was reliable performance. So you just get the disc, pop it in, and go. Now it's a glorified PC. I still have to download the games like it's a PC. I still have to freaking worry about DRM, just like a freaking PC. And it's worse than a PC, because with a PC, at least I own the games. Like, if I only buy games on GOG, like Ham said, you can keep them. Even if you don't download them at that moment, you can download them offline. I don't know how that's designed, but there's some type of file sharing that they do, where you have like a zipped version of the game on your PC, and you can play it whenever, forever. It's your game. You bought it. You have the right to access it for eternity. On console, that's not the truth. Just like you said, Cult Classic Cage, at any moment you could say the wrong thing on PSN or Xbox Live, boom, your whole backlog's gone.
Yeah.
Just like that. Because when you sign up to this, you sign the EULA. Nobody fucking reads the EULA. Let's be honest.
I read it.
What?
Yeah.
But she's always half paying attention anyway.
Yeah. Cozy
Anyway.
skims it.
Actually, it's like I just read a lot of things, so I'm always reading them. I always read them.
Gotcha.
Like,
Well-
like I remember there've been times where people are like people have been like, hurry up and just sign it. I'm like, I gotta read it.
Yeah.
Trying to enjoy
Yeah.
my gravy and turkey soda while I read this EULA.
Oh yeah, gravy and turkey soda. Actually, I should try it.
No, you
Stop
Warm.
it! You
Because-
don't.
No, you shouldn't.
Warm. Oh,
No, you shouldn't.
I heard the carbonation. It's over.
It's
Don't
over.
drink
Anyway,
that, Cozy. Cozy, don't drink that. Cozy,
That was
right.
interesting.
Go for it, Cozy. Go. This is why they subscribe to TSWS Gaming. You
Of
have to
course
swallow
it
it.
tastes bad. Of course it tastes bad.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Not backwash.
That's
Oh
disgusting.
God.
That's
Drink it one
disgusting.
more time, Cozy. Now drink it one more time.
Oh no.
And you nasty. You are
Of course it
nasty.
tastes bad.
No,
Oh
one
my
more
God.
sip, Cozy. One more sip.
It either tastes like ham, no turkey or gravy. It does not taste like either one of those things.
Like and subscribe if you
Would it
enjoyed
have
this.
been
Right?
better had it taste like turkey or gravy?
Yes. It just tastes
Oh,
kind of like
Oh my
bitter and sweet.
that's
Like,
terrible.
like you
if
know, if you ever
anyone-
licked a dirty penny, it kind of tastes like that. Like
No one licks dirty pennies.
Oh,
No one
oh,
does
just
that.
me.
Yeah,
Cozy.
I've never
Okay.
It's
done
just
that.
you. Literally.
Or at least not
What?
in my conscious memory. Never done that.
Oh my god.
It tastes like a. Oh,
Mr.
that was
Dog
nasty.
says I can play Metal Gear Solid on PC still. Yeah, guys, it's crazy, but yeah, that's where I'm at. I know we're supposed to be talking about the Summer Game Fest, but screw it, y'all. Screw it.
What?
This is it.
That
These are my last
bad?
consoles.
There were
These
some
are my
good
last
games.
consoles. All right,
I
let's
don't know.
get to the
That
next one.
Warhammer game looks sick.
We'll
Space
get to it.
Marine.
I mean,
Space
Space
Marine
Marine.
2 looks dope.
That looks sick.
Yeah, that
I
looks
was
really
like-
dope.
I was like, yo, this is some Gears, but like I've never been like the biggest Gears fan. Like I think that there's some cool things about it, like the atmosphere. But they kind of eliminated atmosphere with Gears 4 and 5 when they added unicorn vomit all over it. So
Yeah.
now,
They
but this
killed
one looks cool.
Gears of War stopped at Gears of War 3. Hivebusters kind of tried, but it stopped at Gears of War 3.
Hivebusters was fantastic. Shut your
Yeah,
face.
Hivebusters was really good. But
Yeah, well, you can't put it next to 1, 2, and 3. So, anyways, Stanley Francois says probably tastes like hot dog water. Like and subscribe every
Eh.
Friday. Cozy,
Dirty water
is
dogs.
sipping or chewing on some nasty stuff. If you guys have anything,
What if I made? Hear me out. What
terrible.
if I got my Soda Stream and made hot dog water soda?
don't do that. Don't do that. Why would you
In
do that?
true New Yorker fashion with dirty water dogs, except you drink the water.
Oh,
Okay, let's get back to the games because this is disgusting. I'm
that
struggling
sounds
right now.
terrible.
But it could be.
I'm
I'm not
struggling.
gonna sweeten it. That's the problem.
No.
They sweeten these. If you don't sweeten it, I think these could taste good. I think you could have savory soda if you don't sweeten it. Yeah.
You're just
Shrieking.
drinking
Shrieking.
hot dog. You're just drinking carbonated hot dog water.
All right. Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2. It's got
Great.
3-player co-op.
Oh yeah.
Great.
What-
Looks great. I can't wait.
Okay, first
Yep.
off, Cozy, was that a sarcastic "oh yeah" or you? were
No, that was
really
a
down for
genuine.
this one?
Yeah, it's got co-op.
Okay, so you down for this one? Day one,
Yeah.
$60.
Possibly.
Do you do
Cozy,
$60 day one ever?
Sometimes.
No, exactly.
rare
That's why
wine.
I'm losing it.
Sometimes. So. I was going to get Diablo 4, but someone got it for
Mhm.
me.
Of course.
There you go. Nice.
I was going to. I have a pre-order for the new Story of Seasons game.
Mm.
Okay.
That's 60. I think that's the
Okay.
only one I have this month because I don't know any
Wow.
of the other release dates for anything.
Wait,
But
you
yeah,
bought
I
it or someone
occasionally do it.
gifted you Stories of Seasons?
No, I bought Story of Seasons.
God damn.
Good on you.
Moment.
Good on you.
Moment of
To
appreciation.
be fair, I literally have bought every one of those games, so it comes with the
But-
plushie. You cannot actually I take that back. One of them I did not buy
Hey.
because it did not come with the plushie because you're supposed to get the pre-order plushie, and they were like, "No, we're gonna skip the pre-order plushie for this game." And I was like, "You know what? I'm not gonna. I need my pre-order plushie."
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Good. That's a good enough reason to get a game. Fark is in here, my nemesis. Welcome.
No, you're not supposed to welcome your nemesis. You're supposed to say,
Farku?
"Go away, nemesis."
Farkulok? Who's in there?
You think you're funny. You think you're funny.
Who is it?
Anyways, Co- Cozy is getting Warhammer 40k day one, ladies and
Maybe
gentlemen.
I said
Moment of amazement. Even the fact
Definitely.
that you're considering
Maybe.
Absolutely.
the
Definitely.
fact that you're considering a AAA action game for me is mind blowing because you're bored of every single action game that has AAA and is like a banger for most people. You're just like, whatever. So for me,
It's
I'm
because
shocked.
they do things like throw in unskippable cutscenes. Like it's still the 90s.
Warhammer probably has unskippable cutscenes, Cozy. Just say
Oh,
I
never mind
mean-
then.
there's a campaign. That's why it's a campaign.
There's a campaign, but I would imagine you could skip cutscenes in Warhammer.
You know, I just need a little tiny bit of dank in my games to prove that it doesn't play itself. Okay, so I'll take a little. If there's a little tiny bit of dank, it makes me want to buy it. So
Just a little bit.
Yep.
Hamothy, Warhammer 40k. We down?
I think that's a day one.
Yeah.
It looks so
Yes.
goddamn good. The 3-player in it, the explosions, the absolute disrespect you do to people when you do that, those melees and stuff like that. That's
They're not
what
people,
I'm
but
here
okay.
for. I love it when I feel like my character is just disrespectful. I love it. It energizes me to get into the battle, and like most of the time I play good in games, but if I'm able to play good while being an asshole, that's my choice every single time. I want to say something kind of, I want to support you, but do it with a backhand. When I'm playing the games, the grittiness that comes with that. Like that's one of the. I mean, it might sound goofy, but that's some of the reason I like Dante in Devil May Cry
DMC.
and in Hi-Fi Rush. The guy was like an asshole,
Yo.
but he was but
Yeah.
he was good. I mean,
Yeah, very like
Mass Effect.
Yeah.
I'm good for the most part, but I'll be a dick if you come at me sideways. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of choice, that kind of
No, you enjoy it.
it. That's what I'm saying. It energizes me to continue.
I always kick that one dude out the window.
I always punch the reporter chick. Also, you got, it's funny
I
because
always
everyone
kill the
knows who I'm talking
doctors.
about. There's
I
3
always
games,
kill
but
the
we all
doctors
know who
and
we're talking
nurses
about.
at the end of The Last of Us.
Yeah. I feel like you have to, honestly. Feels bad if you
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah, it's like, why
Yep.
kill that one person and then just leave it at that, If you're
Exactly.
going
I
to
gotta
do
kill
it,
everybody.
if you're going to do it, do it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Dorian Gray says Bayonetta. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Bro.
Bayo is like, she has like the smart, slick comebacks all the time, and the way that, at least the way Helena Taylor would deliver her lines,
Let's
just
go.
gives you that extra oomph of asshole, despite being so
She did it so politely too.
Yes.
Let me
Like,
take it all the way
listen.
back. Let me take it all the way back to Dreamcast and Shenmue. Remember walking up and talking to the girls the first time, and the
Yes.
disrespect that they give you? It's just like, yo, I'm supposed to be the man, and this
That
motherfucker
was
said,
embarrassing.
"What are you doing touching me? Get away from me!" And I'm like, "Oh my
No.
god!"
They
That
just
was
start
embarrassing.
yelling. It's hilarious. I would
Yeah,
sit
no,
there
that was-
and like purposely keep talking to them because they would have different responses every single time.
I did it once only. I didn't. You guys are wild. You guys are masochists. I was a kid at that time. So when it happened the first time, I was playing by myself. I physically checked like next to me to make sure no one saw that just happened to me. So you guys doing it several times. Yo,
Yep.
kudos to you
Oh
guys.
yeah.
Yeah,
Damn straight.
don't really.
I
like
just
the
thought it was
punishment.
funny. I was like, "Oh my goodness, this person is mad." Like
That was not funny, dude. That memory. Now that you brought it up, Ham, that memory was so hidden in a safe in my mind that was never going to be open. I was going to die without remembering. You just opened it. Thank you, dude. I appreciate you. Thank you.
That's that moment where it's like, all right, this motherfucker just talked to me like that. I'm finna go save the motherfucking world real quick and come back and say what's up. And then you come back and she's still an asshole. Like it didn't matter. She's just an asshole.
Did you finish it when it first came out?
Yes,
Did you
well,
finish
not
it?
when it first came out, but back in that day,
Okay.
yes, I did. I mean, when I was a kid, I didn't get games when they first came out. When I was a little kid, I was
No,
not day
When
one.
you played it, finish it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, back on the Dreamcast back in
Well
the
done.
day, absolutely. I finished it. I got about a third of the way in not that long ago, and I have it on this channel stream. Actually, I'm about a third
I
of the
saw.
way in.
Yeah. Actually,
Playing.
we were on together, right? Like you were playing, and I was trolling your ass while I was at
Yeah,
work.
yeah, a little bit. You
Anyways,
were being a dick. Yeah, you were
I
helping the
did not
channel.
finish Shenmue. I did not finish Shenmue. They sent me on a quest. I couldn't find the NPC, and I was like, "Fuck this! Let me go play Gran Turismo."
Well,
And I don't regret.
see. I tell you what, bro. Like it. I mean, some of those missions, you got to look at your watch. Got to look at the time of day.
Yeah,
Got to
yeah.
be raining or something like that. Like the stuff is. Oh yeah. You got to go to the tattoo parlor and you find out it's an apartment. You're like, wait a second. This is like on the second floor of an apartment building.
No,
Okay.
Anybody got time for that?
I have no sense of
Hey,
direction.
at 9
so
o'clock at
me
night.
in that game, it's rough.
Ham Solo, we were children. You know those documentaries where they're talking about like some really nefarious stuff 20, 30 years ago? We were children and they made us play Shenmue. Anyways, I'm definitely getting Warhammer 40k Space Marine. I enjoyed the first one. I love this franchise as a whole. I'm terrible at the top-down Warhammer games. I'm terrible at the FTS Warhammer games. But no, RTS. Sorry, I meant RTS. But Space Marine was the only one that I was actually good enough to finish, and I enjoy the whole universe. I've got the books on Kindle, and yeah. So day one, I just hope we can figure out the times, Ham, me, you, and Matt, so we can maybe stream this thing. I think it'll
Let
be
me
a good
know.
time.
Be dope.
Let me know.
All right, the next game from the Summer Game Fest, Spider-Man 2, getting a October 20th release date. Call Classic Kid. What are your thoughts on PlayStation? Arguably, PlayStation's biggest game this year, getting its
Your
Your
release
only
date.
game this year?
Arguably.
Lord.
They're
Let's
talking
not
about?
get messy. Let's not get messy, guys.
Come on, Cassie.
I mean, it's
I
true,
know
man.
you'd do that.
Look,
It's actually
look,
true.
To be,
Not messy
it
at all.
is what it is, man. Like
No.
look.
They did.
PlayStation,
PlayStation
you gotta
said
hold
one
them
game a
to
year.
high standard, man.
They-
They said 2 games a year.
I thought they
And
said one
look,
game a
this is-
year, one first party,
no
one
2
single player
to
game.
3.
2 to
Okay.
3. Damn.
Ooh, I mean,
Yeah.
that's
They're
all right.
off.
It's-
They're off on that.
No,
I'm about to kick you guys off. Seriously. Stop trashing on it on PlayStation. They just
hey,
reloaded.
man, they need the
all right?
work. They
They
need the
just
work.
Hey.
They had a decent
Hey,
year
Loke,
last year.
Loke, you need to loosen that blue tie, bruh, and chill. Sit back and
Exactly.
relax.
I'm about
You
to
hosting.
turn
I
these
am.
lights
You asked
up,
the
Loke.
question,
I'm about to
we
turn these
answering
lights
it, bruh. What you doing?
You're gonna
All
make
right,
me turn
Matt,
these
don't turn
lights
the
up.
lights up. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna if you keep it up, bud.
I mean, at
Jeez.
least they
All
have
right, Cub.
something coming out this year because this is year 3. This is supposed to be a big year for a console's life cycle, and it's been a no-show. It's been a no-show. It's sad to say. A third party is what's holding up the PlayStation 5 right now. The game I'm highly anticipating is Final Fantasy 16, and that's third party. So they can pull out the wallet
Is
to
it
get third
though?
party games, but it is. It's Square Enix.
Is it though?
It's a Square Enix game.
It might as well be
come
first
on.
party, but it is
Come on.
technically third
Come on,
party.
Call Classic Cage. It's
I
the
mean,
same
release a
thing
lot
as
on the
first-party
Switch.
games.
Well, look, Xbox
True.
pulled
Okay,
out their
fair,
wallet to get Persona 3 remake. That you'd say that's a third party game, right? It is third party. It is
That's a
what
fact.
it is.
People be holding that mirror. People be holding that
Yeah,
mirror
all
and
right,
telling
let's go to the chat.
Xbox, "Hey, that's not your game. You didn't come out with that." And it'll be a game on Game Pass, and people are saying, "Oh, this is Game Pass fodder." while Persona 5 is in Game Pass, games like Atomic Heart, like
Rainbow
great games,
Parade.
Marvel, sure, Cozy, throw that in there.
All right, pause.
I'm just saying,
Cancel.
Marvel Guardian of the Galaxy, a game that you told me, Loke,
Oh my
that
God.
I thought was going to be trash. It ended up being a
Unskippable
great
cutscenes.
game. So, like, people say, oh, this is Game Pass fodder, but forget what's in Game Pass. They completely dismiss
No.
what's actually in that service. And to me, it just says you don't have Game Pass if you're talking like that. You have no idea what's even in there. There are Game of the Year level titles in Game Pass.
Like Tale Requiem.
Listen. I always give the PlayStation knuckle draggers that follow me whiplash when I casually remind everyone that Game Pass is the best service in gaming. It is a fact, all right? I'm not even trying to argue that. That is a moot point. It's like saying LeBron's the best player right now. It is what it is. Let's not fight it, right? Make peace with it. It'll hurt less.
The Joker.
I'm just... Whatever, man. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back to the topic at hand, because it got messy real quick when I brought up Spider-Man. Can we not talk about PlayStation's dearth of releases and just focus on Spider-Man 2 getting a release date on the 20th of 2023? Please,
Oh my goodness.
can we do that? It's a
Yes, let's
request
do that.
that I'm making.
Focus
No.
on it.
Okay.
Let's focus on it, bud.
Are you still
don't
talking to
wanna
Cult
come back?
Classic Cage?
Yes.
Well,
Wait, who are we?
Yeah,
so what
this
are-
is still on you.
we're-
We're
we're-
talking about the release date of Spider-Man, and you got on a tangent of that's their only game.
God damn it! Am I botting?
I mean, it's cool that there is a game coming out this year for PlayStation. Like, I don't care about the date as long as the game comes out in working order and we have something, to look forward to. Being a PS5 owner myself, that's really all it boils down to.
Okay. Simple as that. Simple as that, Loke.
Oh yeah.
Is that good enough for you, bud? You're not botting. You're fine.
You sounded
We just
fine, Luke. Who
we just
told you were
ignored
botting?
you for a second.
Yeah, who told you we were botting, bud?
You're good.
Luke can't even hear us now.
Well,
Luke, some.
I can
You-
barely hear anyone.
Oh,
why
that's
it's-
Oh my
crazy.
God, Luke, what'd you do?
Oh, so we can hear you perfectly fine.
Let me jump out and come back in.
Oh, damn.
Get on it.
Figures.
He's gone. I'm about to. Alexa, set all my lights to 100%. To scare the hell out of him when he comes back.
This man's having a day. Well, I'm going to go on ahead and continue. Matt, what do you think of the release date for Spider-Man 2?
I think it's dope. The thing I was worried about with Spider-Man, because I'm so hyped for Starfield, is that it would be. There was that whole thing like, oh, it's coming in September. The dude who plays Venom was talking about it, and I was like, oh, I don't want that to take away from Starfield. And I like that it's spaced out from Starfield. It gives me over a month with Starfield, and I can hop in, enjoy Spider-Man, and have a good time with it. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait.
Now, I know the most excited person for Spider-Man on the panel is Cozy Beluga, but
That's true.
unfortunately, you haven't had a chance to get a PS5 yet. So tell me, how much does this bother you that this game is only on PS5, Cozy Beluga? What?
It's such a
please.
tragedy.
No,
It's
it's
really
time.
hard
It's
to
time.
emotionally deal with not having a PS5 for Spider-Man. It's the hardest thing that I've ever had to deal with. I'll just have to
I can imagine.
cope by
That
playing
sarcasm
games
is so toxic. That is
that
so
are
toxic. That is raw sewage. That's how toxic that sarcasm is. Damn.
She's not lying.
So, Loke, to give you a little context, I asked her how she feels knowing that she's such a big fan of this franchise, and she has yet to get a PS5. So, and it's a PS5 only game. So, I was wondering if she is now counting her pennies getting all her ducks in a or birds in a row, getting all her birds in a row, and was gonna run down to Best Buy and slide that plastic. I guess you sticking the chip in at this in this day and age. You sticking that chip in, Cozy? You gonna stick that chip in?
My chip is broken, actually. But no. I don't at this point. I don't see Sony really providing me with games that I like. There's a dearth of the kind of stuff that I liked during the PS4 age, and they seem to be going down the same path, and so there's probably not going to be much that.
Wait a second, you're not hyped for fair games?
Shut up.
I mean,
come on, man.
I mean,
all right, we're not doing this right now. let's not get too far off topic. Loke, continue.
I can't wait.
I guess it's the nostalgia.
All right. Fark says, I heard YouTube is a great way to play Spider-Man 2. Troll. Mishimiyagi says, yo, classic Courage, that cage is fire. We all agree.
Gracias.
We all
agree.
Viva la raza.
Hey. Okay, so for me, I'm not... don't label me, all right? I just enjoy the games. I'm going to replay the first Spider-Man and I'm going to play Spider-Man Miles Morales for the first time before.
Oh, you haven't played
Spider-Man
it yet?
2 comes out.
Oh, nice.
No,
you fraud. See, this he's a fake gamer.
Yeah, that game's great.
Oh my god,
it's great glorified DLC. Have fun.
Man, Cozy reminds me of somebody you'd see on a TV show that's always hopping out the alley with a knife. Like that's what she reminds me of. She just hops out the alley with a knife, and
it's not for show. The knife is not for show. She means this shit.
I do have a knife, you guys.
She's about to take out a knife.
Yes. Now she's gonna go get it.
I don't think you can show it on stream. It might be problematic.
I don't think Cozy cares.
Oh my god!
Don't you need like a permit? Don't you need like a permit?
She needs a permit to use a
Don't
knife.
go get a knife, Cozy. Put it away. God damn it. Come back. But anyways,
just comes back with a kitchen knife.
Did you tell a woman to put it away, Ham Solo? How dare you?
Oh my goodness! Put that thing.
What are you?
What are you unboxing?
Hey man, I'm
no, fuck. That's not a knife.
I'm a firm supporter
that's not a knife, Cozy.
Of women
I think it's in my car
to defend themselves,
Yeah,
no matter what.
Because you keep it in your car.
What is
Are you
that?
Gus Fring? Are you Gus
it in
Fring?
your
Are you
car.
Breaking Bad right now?
No,
are you
I keep my knife in my car. This is just one of my
It's a box cutter.
box cutters. I have a lot. I have like 9. You have to,
Yeah,
you can sharpen them. You can sharpen them on. You don't need like a fancy knife sharpener. You just use unfinished ceramic. Let me
Damn, she trying to tell y'all if y'all mess around, you're gonna get cut.
I know.
No,
right?
you just shoot people.
She's gonna start stabbing the camera here shortly.
Dude, I'll probably get more damage from all the papers at work than that. What? Oh god. Anyways,
this is. I keep mine sharp.
I mean, that thing.
Have you never cut yourself
somebody.
with one? You can cut through people.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Anyways, we're done.
Discreet.
We're done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Wow. Wow.
Anyways, Marvel Spider-Man for me. Geez Louise, what a way to go back to the conversation. Marvel Spider-Man for me, I'm stoked for. What I'm most excited for is that this is not launching in the same month as Starfield. Thank goodness. Thank
Yes.
You can just make more time.
Stop it, Cozy. Stop it. You've done enough.
I mean, the people that are really into Starfield, they're going to be playing that for a long
For
time.
years.
Exactly. And I wanted to have at least a little bit of space so then, like, because I'll be able to, like by October 20th, because Starfield's supposed to come out the beginning of September. So by the time October 20th comes, I have no problem taking a breather from Starfield for a little bit to play some Spider-Man. That's like a perfect amount of time. About a month and a half. So let's go. That is like
Let's be honest.
That's like a perfect date for I mean,
Let's be honest,
dare I say that's a win for Xbox? No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, so I was going to jump into this one, into that section of the question, but we'll get there after I finish my take real quick. Mishi Miyagi, aren't they all fake? No. Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Everything else is everything else. Okay? Are we clear?
Sorry, bud.
Same thing for Thor. Same thing for Batman. Same thing for Blade. Same thing for all these original characters. My problem with Miles didn't even start with the game. Okay? As soon as they announced it in the comic books, I was like, why? Why are we doing this? The first time Falcon became Captain America, I think it was 96 or 97, I was like, I liked Falcon. Why is this happening? I was just a kid in Zimbabwe reading comics, putting in the effort to catch a bus to the other side of town
You're a dinosaur.
every single month to get the comics. And I liked Falcon. I liked Blade. I remember the first time I opened Falcon and he's got the Captain America thing. I'm like, the fuck is this?
Yeah.
So no, Miles Morales is not Spider-Man. I'm sorry. He's Miles Morales, right?
You have to look at the reality that why was Miles Morales created? Because in Ultimate, Peter had died, so they literally said, "Well, we have to create another character because Peter's dead in this instance." But I feel as though a lot of these, they're trying to say Thor is a mantle, Spider-Man is a mantle. This is kind of a thing that's used because creators now
Indiana
are afraid.
Jones is now a mantle.
Yeah,
Indiana
like
Jones.
people are. The thing is, people like creators are now afraid to throw their own new idea out there, so they kind of just use well-known properties, create mantles of these characters, and look, some of them are cool, but overall, personally, I want to support. Like, why can't we have a Static Shock video game? Like, why isn't that a thing? Like, why?
Because the people with the money are like, I don't know what that is. People are not going to want that. So that's a no from me.
Yeah.
Let's not go on a tangent because now they're talking about mantles. That word now triggers me because I heard that Indiana Jones is now a mantle. All right. So now, in a couple of years, once the owner of Harry Potter dies, anyone that gets Harry Potter's glasses can now become Harry Potter because they put, you know what? Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown is coming next year. Who's psyched for 2D Prince of Persia?
I actually liked the trailer. I mean, I thought the music was a weird choice, but I thought the game looked pretty fun. I'll try it out.
But it's
I honestly thought it was Immortal. I thought it was a sequel to Immortals. What's that?
Go ahead, Cozy.
I was gonna say, my initial thought was, ooh, Ubisoft doing something new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was like the first thing I was like, Ubisoft.
Is it new though?
This is not part of your template. It's not part of their. It's not part of their recent rotation. It's not part of their recent rotation.
Okay, but it's not new.
No.
No. For Ubisoft, it is not part of their rotation. Then it's new. They haven't done anything for real that's like not what they've been doing for. Has it been like a decade?
Yeah, there's a whole generation of kids that is a new thing for Ubisoft.
Yeah, it's facts.
So
I mean, look at how long it's been since we've seen a Rayman Legends.
Yeah,
like it's been a minute,
Yep. I'm hyped for it, and it's early next year, so I like.
Yeah, Twan would lose it if we got a Rayman.
Me too.
Yeah, Twan would go nuts.
I never got the courtesy of playing Prince of Persia game. This one looks cool. From what I've been told, it's kind of harping back to the original Prince of Persia, which I think is cool. The gameplay looks pretty fun. I'm interested to see where it goes.
It's 2D, so I'm going to wait. I'm going to cozy wait. That's what I'm going to call when I see a game that I'm going to be like, I need a 90% sale before I buy it. It's a cozy game. That's what it is. Dragonite Yobi says Ubisoft has been doing new Riders Republic and those other live service games and Ubisoft originals. Okay, sure. I guess yeah.
Yep.
Riders Republic is definitely new. No arguments there. Oh, damn, I completely forgot to ask the second question, the second part of the Spider-Man release thing that Ham Solo was already getting into.
Oh,
Does anyone here think that Spider-Man is just trying to get out of the way of Starfield?
yes. Yes. And that's not even
mean-
like a joke or console war thing. It's just like
Yeah.
it's like the way the industry is. Bethesda, whenever Todd Howard releases a game, it's a very big deal. Like we got the last one was 2015 with Fallout 4, so it's like it's a
Gosh, it's been that
huge
long?
deal, and it's the first new IP from Bethesda in 25 years. So it's like it's a huge deal. They give it a month to breathe. You can come out in October. You'll still be up for Game of the Year. You'll probably have a fair shot because you'll have Mindshare at that time. So it's like it's a win-win. I don't see why not.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's not.
Just
It's
the thought of a
yeah.
comic book video game winning Game of the Year just doesn't sit right with me. Just like comic book movies winning Oscars also just doesn't sit right with me.
what?
Yeah, I
Hey,
don't think
did
that
you
game. I
watch
don't think that game's
Endgame?
winning.
Did
I don't
you
think that
watch
game's winning.
Endgame? That deserved an Oscar.
Endgame was not a great film. Endgame was not a great film. I stand on that. A great
Tell 'em,
film
Cozy.
stands on its own merits by itself.
Yeah.
You don't have to watch a bajillion other
Tell 'em,
films to
Cozy.
understand what's happening
We're about to
in
fight.
order.
You know what? We need to start another podcast just
okay,
talking about movies.
the
Otherwise,
best,
we're gonna lose too much time on this.
the best
No.
from a film perspective, the best Marvel movie is still Winter Soldier.
Okay.
I
You
not
didn't need
Marvel
any
movie,
you didn't need
comic book
any
movie.
other
Based.
information to watch it. You didn't need any other information to watch it. It stood on its own as a great single piece of entertainment.
Yep. I think the best way to put it is Endgame was necessary for their universe, but it's not a good film.
Blasphemy. Ham Solo,
I
what is
enjoyed
the
it.
best comic
God,
book
no.
movie you've ever watched?
Oh, you didn't ask that. I was just saying Marvel.
Infinity War was better.
Man,
than
you put me
Endgame.
on the spot right there, Luke. What the hell?
I agree.
Well, you got another 5 seconds. Cozy, you can
Damn.
change your choice now that you know.
Oh,
It's
I didn't
all
know.
comic book
You know,
movies.
I clearly said Marvel. That's what you're missing. I said Marvel.
Okay, now I'm correcting.
I'm gonna go
Which
with Watchmen.
Ooh, that was a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, yeah. Cult Classic Cage, what's the best comic book movie you've ever seen?
Oh man, The Crow. I love that movie so much.
Good.
Wow,
That's
you
a
went
good
left,
choice.
all the way left.
Mm.
Matt, best comic
Yeah.
book movie.
I mean, I lean Batman. I go Dark Knight.
Yeah, good
I
choice.
lean back because I lean Batman. So
Mm,
yeah, anything Batman from like 2000 to 2012 is a good choice for me. Also, the last Batman, I kind of enjoyed that. I know people
Ah.
hate on it, but I
The
really
noir
enjoyed that.
one, the classic noir looking.
Twilight Batman.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually like
Yeah,
that
I
better
enjoyed it.
than the Nolan ones.
Oh God, Cozy,
I
you
think-
are
You know what?
terrible.
Honestly,
Listen,
I don't
look,
even want to
look,
do a
I have
podcast with
to-
you on movies. What the hell is that take? What is
Listen,
that take? What is
Listen,
that?
Loke, I take
Nolan
that
ruined
over
Two-Face.
Dark Knight Rises. I take
Here-
that over
here's-
Dark Knight Rises.
I have a big question. Have you guys ever seen Dread? I think
Yes.
it came out in
I-
2012.
Yes.
Dread was
a
fantastic.
great- It is a great comic
Dread
book
Dread
film.
is
If you
so.
have not
I
Great
watched
actually
it,
own Dread.
go for it. I do too.
I own
have
Dread.
Yep.
I have a
I'm
steel
like,
book of it.
yes.
Amazing.
Yeah. Ham Solo, you've had more than 5 seconds. What's the best comic book movie you ever seen? This guy, don't be backing out here.
Yeah, I don't really know. I literally don't know.
Spider-Man
This
2.
guy.
I mean, what do you go with? Just what you enjoy the most, or what you
Yeah.
see yourself
It
going
Which
doesn't
back
have
one? Which
to
one
be
pops up in
right.
your head?
There's no right
Ah,
answer.
Man.
Which one would you watch every weekend for a year? And
Oof.
would annoy you the least?
I don't know. I feel like I'm just not that into comic book movies that much.
Oh,
Okay,
well,
But if I
Dorian
had to
Gray-
choose,
Which you do.
choose, and I feel like, I mean, obviously a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this one, but it was when they brought back Superman.
Superman Returns. That was a good movie, actually.
one of the it was like the newer Superman, but like
What's his name?
It was-
Brandon Roth.
it was his
Something
first
Roth.
Superman
Steel?
movie.
Oh,
I think it was
Cavill?
Man of Steel. It was Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Man
I
of
hate
Steel was
Superman
probably
Returns,
Wow.
and it's not even on account of the film itself. It's that they basically the director of X2 ripped all of the X-Men, like the good people that wrote X-Men. They're just like, yeah, let's rip them from X-Men, so X-Men 3 will be shit. Let's take James Marsden and go make a Superman movie. And it's like they both ended up being mediocre. Thanks a fucking lot.
right.
I see Blade
some
in the
lore for
chat,
anyone that
and that
didn't know.
is excellent.
Oh,
Yes.
Blade.
I'll never,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
never
Uh,
forget. I'll never forget the blood, the blood
opening
dance
scene.
at the
Yeah,
the
blood
opening
club.
sequence,
The
and then
disco.
also the end with was his name Deacon? Was it Deacon?
Yes, Deacon Frost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Deacon
dude
Frost.
was that dude to me when I was a kid was like the coolest antagonist.
Yeah.
To me,
Mm,
like his
mm.
whole eyes, like his eyes were all like, he's a vampire, right? So like
Mhm.
it was just insane, and the whole like needing blood from Blade and pretty much having him up, pretty much onto that like table or whatever, and everything like his blood was dripping, and that's what he needed.
And then
like,
the thing with his mom, that was kind of fucked up,
that was terrible.
I gotta watch this movie again. Damn, I haven't seen this in a while.
bro.
That was
You
terrible.
need
You
to watch
should.
Blade.
You should.
I
Blade is
cried.
really-
Is it available to stream, or do I need to pick up a DVD?
I
or
cried
Blu-ray?
when that dude when he took the cloth off of that dude's face.
Blade
I
1 and 2 still
cried.
Oh yeah, Whistler.
I cried.
That was
Yeah,
heartbreaking.
dude. The first time I seen
Oh,
that, I was
yeah.
just like, "Oh man, no way."
We used to
He was
rent
just
that
sitting
from
there in that
Blockbuster,
chair.
like,
He was just sitting in the
every
chair
weekend.
with the cloth on his face, dude. It was terrible.
every
And then
weekend
when
we
he's
used to
like,
rent
"Give me
that.
the gun," and then when he says, "Give me the gun," so yeah, basically, I don't even have to answer because everyone is like vaguely talking about the movie, and I'm giving you guys all the names. Obviously, for me, the best comic book movie of all time is Blade. I mean,
That's a
he
great choice.
essentially made Endgame and everything before it viable. That's what happened. It's not
Blade
it's not Iron Man.
blueprint,
Sorry.
man. That was the blueprint of comic book films for how many years now?
Yep. Fark says, I need to watch Blade again. Been a few years. Dude, do yourself that service, right?
Yeah.
Do it.
Yep.
Do it. Back from the Dead says, I'd rather watch Smallville for a year than sit through any of the recent Superman movie. What? Henry Cavill is awesome as
Damn.
Superman. I like him.
I mean, I
loved
like
Man of
Henry
Steel.
Cavill as Superman. I tried to rewatch Man of Steel. It has just a bunch of worthless scenes that make that movie so much longer than it needs to be.
I think the
Mm.
ultimate
I thought it was
problem
too
is
short.
a lot of like I feel like I don't know all my
Right.
favorite Superman comics.
Okay, last word on this,
are-
Cozy. Last word on it.
What? No, I think the problem
Last
is
word
all
on
my
it, then we
favorite
move
like
on.
so a lot of my favorite Superman comics are like more of like his interpersonal conflicts than like him fighting bad guys. And I think
Yeah.
that's like a lot of where he gets most interesting. And as much as I liked him as Superman, I think honestly I'm gonna say Christopher Reeves was peak Superman and Clark Kent, and I don't think anyone has balanced those two roles as well as he did. Understanding how like because he doesn't like Christopher Reeves played dorky loser very well.
He did.
And
he did.
no one else has ever been able to do like dorky loser and then pull Superman
Henry
the
Cavill
same
didn't
way.
even try. He didn't
Yeah.
even try. Seriously.
No. Like a
Also-
lot of today's Superman doesn't try at all. Like if you watched, like I watched the entirety of Smallville. Dude does not even attempt
Yeah.
to be a nerd.
Yeah.
He actually wants
The
to be.
entire
He actually wants to be on the football team.
jock.
He actually wants to be the guy at the school. He wants to be just a regular guy that can be just a regular popular guy. That's what he wants to be in that show. And
because
and what you guys are talking, but he just so happens. I always thought that was weird about Smallville, that he was like the cool guy at the paper, but like I don't know. He's always the
Yes.
center of attention. He was always the center of attention. I was like, damn.
We need to move on. We need
Wait,
to move on.
I didn't finish.
Okay. Go
So
ahead, Cozy.
I was going to just say that, I think like when people talked about like how like no one would believe Clark Kent and Superman were the same person, it's because Clark Kent is an invisible loser and and no one else has ever been able to do that. And he's one of my favorite superheroes, so I always feel some type of way about his portrayals.
Okay, to close it off, talking about finishing, my biggest problem with Smallville
Wait.
is that
What?
they would never actually finish. Every season,
okay.
I was like, okay, now we're finally going to see Superman.
I was
And
curious
it
where this
never
finishing was
freaking
going.
happened. Oh God, Cozy.
That's
Get
a
your
fact.
mind out the gutter. Next game, my Mortal Kombat gameplay trailer. I think it says a lot that we had a game fest yesterday, and we're sitting here talking about comic book movies. I think it says a lot, and no one is stressed about. Oh, guys, let's go back to the games. It says a lot. Anyways, Dragon Yobi says, "Look, if you gotta go, you can go." What's going on? Okay, Yobi, please add some context. I don't understand. Anyway, Mortal Kombat gameplay trailer. Anyone riveted by the fatality?
You know how I feel about it.
I'm not into Mortal Kombat really, or fighters in general. But it did the thing that Mortal Kombat does, and that's every Mortal Kombat trailer manages to make me go, "Oh, that looks cool." And I saw that and I'm like, "Oh, that looks cool. That looks cool." I don't think I'll play it, but it does look cool. I'm sure tons of people are going to buy it. It's going to sell well. People are really going to enjoy it.
Yep, it looks a lot like It's actually kind of my greatest fear. It looks like Mortal Kombat 11 with cameos. So it just looks like a different game mode in Mortal Kombat 11. Some of the characters look decent. Some of them look boring as hell, which to me is just so strange because I thought like larger than life characters were the Mortal Kombat characters coming from someone that's played, the original games. The one positive that this game gets that the past two didn't is the stages. The stages are so well done. That to me is says more to the game than a lot of these characters that I've seen. Unfortunately, they were saying, "Oh man, Jean-Claude Van Damme is going to be voicing Johnny, and he's doing, I guess, mocap for Johnny, but he's going to be Johnny." But they didn't actually show that version of Johnny, so I would like to see. I'm a Jean-Claude Van Damme fangirl, so.
Did you
Or at
watch
least-
Jean-Claude Van Johnson?
Mm,
You should. It's on Amazon. Watch Jean-Claude Van
Okay.
Johnson.
okay.
Wait, that's a real film?
It's a series. I think it got
Okay.
canceled, but it's hilarious. Yes.
Yeah.
Jean-Claude
If
Van
they can get the
Johnson.
stages, if
I'ma
if
Google
all their
this.
stages are really that like vibrant and really have something to say, and if they get the music right, like to me, like Mortal Kombat Trilogy just had some amazing music that I can listen to this day, or like goes through my mind randomly. If it be like even the character select screen or the start screen of the game, like if they can get some decent music in there, I would be interested. But I'm kind of just, I don't know, man. As someone that likes the creepy vibe that old Mortal Kombat gave, it just doesn't feel the same anymore to me. Mortal Kombat's really mainstream now, and with that, it kind of makes decisions that just don't grab me personally. So
Okay. Anyone else? Ham, Matt,
Yeah, I'll chime in on this.
Mortal Kombat?
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'll chime in. The game, I mean, as I said on many podcasts previously, I'm more into 3D fighting, right?
Yep.
I
yep.
can agree that that Street Fighter looks like a good, fun game, and in my opinion, the way I look at Street Fighter may be different than the way other people look at it. I look at it like, man, they got the whole open world mode where you can run around and do goofy shit. That to me looks pretty cool. The whole fighting thing, that's just like expected. Okay, so with the new Mortal Kombat, like I look at it and I see kind of what Cult Classic Cage is saying with the whole like, where's the like gritty, crazy, like I'm like this might sound weird, but like when I think of Mortal Kombat, or at least when I used to play when I was young, I thought of like Diablo type worlds.
Yeah.
Where just everything was
Oh, they're
desolate.
fighting.
Like
Yeah.
remember just in that classic Mortal Kombat first movie, they're all in
Yep.
this world, right? They're
Yep.
all in they're all in regular day society, and then once they cross over to the Nether realm, it's like, bro, what just happened?
Might as well be another star system. That's how different it is.
Exactly. It's like you could have told me this was hell. Like that like that's exactly how I felt. So like when I look at this one, I'm like, this looks really clean, really fresh, really current. But it doesn't really look like something that, I mean, without that extra like modes and stuff, like I said about Street Fighter, because without those extra modes, for me, Street Fighter would be nothing. Like I'd look at it and just be like, nah, that looks boring. I downloaded Street Fighter 5 on my PS5 because it's in the PlayStation Plus Premium, and I played a little bit of it. I think it's just a regular like fighter though, right? There's no running around town in that game that I
No.
know of.
No, yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing. No,
So
there's nothing.
so
And the
as
gameplay's
soon
mid. Let's be honest.
so as soon as I got through, like I went through just one story, just went down one story of it, just giving it a good try, right? Picked my player, took a few L's, but ended up getting to the end, beating it, and I was like, well, that felt like that felt like some time spent. That was it.
Wow.
But then I turned
uninstalled
it off. And yeah, I uninstalled it and kept it moving. So like, I'm looking at Mortal Kombat and I'm just like, what else are you going to bring into the table for me? Because as of right now, I'm not into 2D fighting anymore. I'm looking for those extra modes, and I've even talked about this with Tekken with you, Loke. I was like, bring back Tekken Force. I love those extra like modes in the game that say, hey, there's more than one style to play this game. Especially in a game like that where it's just like
the beach volleyball as well. That was
the beach volleyball. I mean, like maybe I'm asking too much. Sure, that could be a possibility, but I'm just saying, like, if you want me to get into that at this time when I've done that way back on my Genesis, like I'm looking for different experiences now compared to Genesis game. I played 2D Fighter
some 2D
on the cartridge.
Splendor. Love it.
And it was great then.
2D Splendor.
But like when I play it now, it just doesn't feel new enough for me. It just feels like it feels like a pretty version of what I used to play. And that doesn't excite me.
Hallelujah. Preach, brother. Preach. Matt.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat gameplay trailer. You psyched?
Oh, I don't care about Mortal Kombat. I already answered this.
Damn. Quickly skip. All right. I'll probably get Mortal Kombat, but I'll do the same thing that okay. Street Fighter is surprising me. I'm not sure if I'll be able to quickly hop off as quickly as I thought I would. But Mortal Kombat, definitely, if all they're offering is like cameos, skins, and the usual campaign thing that they do, I'll hop off after 2 weeks, and that'll be it. Cozy, Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
You like? You like? You
Um,
want?
ew, no. You know how I feel about Mortal Kombat. I always
He
say
loves it.
Mortal Kombat sucks.
You adore it. Call Classic Cage Mortal Kombat. Did you enjoy the trailers, the fatalities, etc.?
The fatalities were good. I mean, that's something that they always get right. Like, I know some people are like, man, hoping the
Oh, the
fatalities
fatalities
are going to be
always look
good.
good.
Yeah, like I don't
Yeah.
know if people that was like people's one biggest concern. That's the least of my concerns. They've always been kept
Right.
at least that. Some
It's
of
an
the other
actually good
things,
Mortal Kombat game.
yeah, it's a lot of the other things that kind of just as someone that I was obsessed with Mortal Kombat like on the PS1, I don't feel the same way about it anymore. I could take Mortal Kombat or leave Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat 11 I picked up at a bargain bin sale, the complete edition for like $25. And even then I played it for a little while. I'm like, I just don't feel it, man. I don't know.
Damn. All right. Mortal Mid. That's what it is. We are running out of
Oh,
time,
stop
so
it.
I'm gonna pick. Mid combat, whichever one fits.
I
Go
mean,
with it.
that fits. That actually, that's pretty clever.
So I'm gonna pick games, and I'm gonna pick just one person. Then we're gonna move on. Call Classic Cage. I need a minute. John Carpenter's Toxic Commandos.
Hey,
What are
a
your
game
thoughts?
that's made
What are
made
your
for an adult, okay? Someone who understands like John Carpenter understands atmosphere, okay? And it looks like he's given us a lot of zombies and a lot of things to kill. 80s inspired, that always grabs me. Some of my favorite movies are 80s horror specifically. So hey, right up my alley, man. The dude is a gamer. He loves horror games. He loves Dead Space, okay? Yes, he's a true gamer, bro. Not like Whoopi Goldberg, who's trying to play
Sorry, I'm allergic
Diablo
to
4 on her
bullshit.
Mac.
What?
Okay,
To be fair,
Make sure it's not that poison in your cup.
to be fair, the best Diablos are on Mac.
and everywhere else too.
You know,
All
I
right,
mean,
Cozy,
I
well
played
done.
Diablo 2 on a Mac for years.
Well done for
Yeah.
rescuing your friend and getting her out of that ditch that she was digging herself into. Cozy,
Oh, yes.
Sandland, a new
Oh,
action game from
yeah.
Akira Toriyama.
Yes.
Oh,
Go.
yeah. I too am an Akira Toriyama fan, and I
Day
love
one?
the
No?
style. Yes, Dragon Quest is actually
$60.
another series that I buy day one.
$60?
Yeah, I'd buy Dragon Quest day one.
Dragon Quest, baby, hell yeah!
All right. Ham Solo, Sonic Superstars, a new 2D classic Sonic game coming out this year, actually. Go.
I think that game looks pretty dang interesting. I thought it was really cool that just last year they dropped a open world Sonic for you just to kind of run around and do whatever you want, and they didn't ignore 2D because they know there's going to be some people that are like, I don't like this version. I want to play the classic Sonic. Well, now you'll be able to here shortly. So I mean,
fans.
I just think that is good practice by Sega.
All right. Matt, Twisted
Sega's
Metal debuts.
People are
Oh my
real quick,
God,
real
why'd you
quick,
give me that?
real quick. yeah, man. I'm gonna let you sit on that for a minute. That was foul. I'm gonna let you sit on.
believe you
Y'all are saying that was
Let me
foul. Like
finish
I'm
real
the
quick.
one who set up the Summer Game Fest.
You
the hell?
know, but you knew what you were doing
Yeah,
when
go
you
ahead,
asked that
Ham.
question.
Go ahead, Ham. Go ahead, Ham.
Man, I forgot what I was freaking talking about. That messed me all up completely. I forgot what game I was even just talking about.
Exactly. You're talking about Sonic.
Oh yeah.
2D
Oh,
Sonic.
No, I was just saying people have been sleeping on Sega. That's all I really wanted to say. People have been sleeping on. Man, Sega's doing just fine.
They're kicking it. Matt, Twisted Metal debuts on Peacock July 27th.
I listen. Here's what happened. I'm in the middle of a fight. I'm in the middle of a fight in Diablo. You asked me that, and I just put my controller down. I just put my controller
You
down.
lost it. You're like, what?
Because I'm like, okay, so that trailer made me chuckle, and then it made me less hyped for that show. Like I saw the trailer, I'm like, funny, but at the same time, that didn't make me hyped at all for Twisted Metal.
I hope it's
'Cause
like the game.
Well, that's like I don't know how that's like the game. For, like
The
judging,
game has a
looking
lot
at
of
that
great
trailer,
lore, actually. The game had a lot
I'm
of
sh-
interesting like stuff.
like I'm sure it does, but it's like I look at that trailer and I'm just like, dude, they're just singing the thong song. They're just singing the thong
Yo, that was
song.
funny. Come on. Tell me that wasn't
It's
funny. That
it was
funny.
funny. It was funny, but how does that get me hyped for Twisted Metal? Them singing the thong song.
Well, I'm dude, just for that, I'm watching the
I'll
thing,
watch it. I
the
got
first season.
Peacock. I'll watch it. I mean, it's gonna
All
be
right.
there. I'll watch it, but I don't. That doesn't give me hopes for it. Any high hopes?
Back from the Dead says, I don't know about you, but WTF, I wanted a Twisted Metal game, not a TV show. Fair.
Exactly.
Yes.
That would have been great.
Yes,
That
and I
would've been
said
great.
that during our
Alright,
stream yesterday. I said that during our stream.
Yeah.
I was like, I was so confused when we were watching that. Remember, I was like, "What is this?" I didn't even realize the pants, right? The polka dot
Yeah,
pants and stuff like that.
so-
I didn't even realize that. So like, I was just sitting there. I mean, let's be real. I seen the actor. I seen the new Captain America right there, and I was like, "What is happening?"
His name is Anthony Mackie. You
You don't want to call him Captain America?
He's not
Let's-
Captain America.
I'm just.
let's
You
be
don't want to call
real
him
now.
Captain America, Luke.
He
I'm
wears
just
the
gonna call him Captain
uniform.
America.
Star
Yes,
doesn't
Captain
exist
America.
anymore, okay?
Look what he
I'm
did.
sad. The star is dead in Hollywood. They don't exist
Right.
anymore. These
Ham?
people have no names. They're either representing
Ham?
some form of superhero, and that's the star,
Ham,
the
just
superhero.
because Ham Solo, just because I wear this doesn't mean I work for Akatsuki. All right? You can wear it,
Yeah,
but you,
yeah,
but
but
you ain't it.
yeah, but he does.
You know what I mean?
All right, fair enough.
Anyway. Cult Classic Cage, Xbox and Porsche are partnering on new designs.
Oh,
Woo!
For
that was fun.
a Xbox system that no one could even buy. I couldn't give a single shit. That was actually my piss break. So yeah, shout out to them for
Yeah.
that. Appreciate them in putting that
Yo,
perfectly
shout out
right
to Xbox.
alongside COD. So
Shout out to Xbox. Cozy
Yep.
Beluga. Remnant
Yes.
2 got a release date coming out next month. Thoughts?
I still haven't finished Remnant 1, and I'm probably going to get Remnant 2, and then not finish that either.
Yes, me and you, Cozy. Me and you. Same. Right? You know the meme? Same.
Y'all are terrible.
Ham Solo.
Fake gamers.
love it.
Ham Solo.
Both of you.
Whatever. Leave us alone. We support the devs day one. That's all I'm saying. Ham Solo,
I'm in the
Immortals
same
of
boat,
Avium.
honestly.
Yeah. Immortals of Avium got extended gameplay, Ham. Go.
Oh man, that game. I'm tired of seeing it. I am tired
That was
of
quick.
seeing that game. I'm gonna buy it because it looks dope. It looks really dope. It looks
Enough
fun.
of the tease.
But yeah, I mean, it gives me the same feeling that I had, and this is gonna sound terrible now.
It is. I already know what it is.
You know what I'm gonna
What?
say. It gives me
What?
the same feeling that Redfall gave me,
Yep. Yep.
and
Yep.
Oh,
here and here's
Immortals
what
of Redfall.
and here's what I
Here we
mean by
go.
that. Here's what I mean by that. By the time I seen the 10th trailer of Redfall, I was just like, for the love of God, I don't want to see this. I just want to play it. And I mean, Redfall was something. I'm just hoping. I'm hoping that it doesn't
Midfall.
follow through and continue. Yeah, unfortunately, Loke, it was midfall. But what I'm happy
Yep.
about is here on this channel, you got to talk about how excited you were before it became midfall. So I don't really feel like I took an L on that one.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna download
super
it.
stoked.
I know I know there's 44 people playing it right now on Steam, but I don't
And
care.
you
I
can be
don't
number
care.
45. You
Yes,
can be number
dude.
45.
You didn't
Dude,
even have a
this-
PC to Steam on.
You could
by next year, guys, there will be zero people playing Redfall. I will be number 1. I will be the one person playing Redfall next year.
When they
There you
drop,
go. That's
As
all
long
that
as,
matters.
as long as no
like if they
games come
drop-
out next year.
if they drop more content to that game, people will hop back on it and cap for it
Yeah.
continuously. And I'll hop
It
back.
needs- it
I'll
needs
hop back
content.
into it and tell you if it's fixed or not. That's what I'll do. I'll hop back into it and I'll probably play whatever content that they have if they decide to continue to make content and tell you what I think of it, because it's in Game Pass. And like I said, I'm kind of a co-op slut. So when there's a co-op game that I can
Same.
play, even if it's terrible,
Let's go.
I'm down to get down in it.
All right.
That's
Yeah.
just how I do things.
Personally, I think they need to flush that turd. That's all I'm saying.
Wasted
Likes games.
resources.
Might get that wish.
Yes. Just let it go.
You
Let it
might
go.
get that wish. I wouldn't be mad
Matt-
at that
You're
either,
welcome.
honestly.
Yeah.
After all the
yeah.
news that
Matt,
came out,
Alan
yeah.
Wake 2.
Go ahead.
Alan Wake 2 got a gameplay reveal.
Wake
Thoughts?
2. Oh, it looks good. I'm interested. People are like upset that it's 50-50 Alan Wake and this other chick. I really don't
It's
care.
actually
It
not.
looks like
It's actually not.
Oh,
If you paid
I thought that's what
attention
he said.
to the
Yeah.
if you paid attention to the show, you can play the entirety of the game with Saga, which is her name, or
Matt was
with
trying to
Alan.
stay awake.
which is his name.
Matt was trying to stay
Hammer
awake
was
during that
struggling.
show. He's like, I already seen this, and was like slowly crashing.
yeah. Well,
because
I'll tell you,
let's
I
be
was-
real. Yeah, that was like this. We just seen that a week ago.
Yeah, exactly. And I again, once he got up there and started talking, I was just disassociating. So I heard 50-50 split and I was like, okay, all right, cool.
Dissociating. Wow.
Yeah.
The thing
So,
is,
like-
they showed it again, and it didn't necessarily look any better. It just looked like more
Yeah.
of the same.
It looked like a longer bit of gameplay than what we saw, which is fine. It looks good. I'll buy it, but I mean, that's all I can say about it.
All right. We don't have much time, so we're skipping a whole bunch of stuff, which, let's be honest, was just stuff they had already talked
What's
about.
the biggest game you're skipping?
Oh god. Like a Dragon Gaiden. This is day 1 for me.
Okay.
Looks good. Looks good.
That's fair.
Pal World, Pokemon with guns.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
That looks kind of fun. I can't lie.
Yeah. Cult Classic Cage's favorite game, Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, the mobile game. We're also skipping Baldur's Gate 3.
Are we really gonna skip
sorry, I
Final
was
Fantasy
psyched.
7? Or did we? No, we did that.
It
at
was
the
the
beginning.
first one we
We
talked
did. That was
about.
the first one.
It was the first one.
Oh man,
That was the first one.
Yeah. Baldur's Gate, real quick. When they first announced it, I was excited. The more they show, the more it looks mid.
Yeah.
We're also
Great
skipping
line.
Marvel Snap.
Oh,
Call of
God.
Duty Season
That
4.
guy was so excited. Wow.
Yeah.
Path
That
of,
was-
Path of
He
Exile.
towered over Jeff Keighley. I was like, what the fuck?
Thought he was gonna kill Jeff at one point.
Yeah.
Path of Exile 2, Exoprimal, X Street Fighter, Witcher Season 3, Nicolas Cage's appearance, Witchfire, that's the PC shooter, Black Desert DLC,
Which fire looks
Party Animals, Fae Farm, Throne and Liberty, etc., etc. All right, we're almost out of time.
Liza P.
Cult
Did we talk
Classic
about that?
Cage. We out of time, man. All right, fine,
Lies
fine.
of
Who
Pinocchio.
here played Lies of P? How far did you get? Real quick.
I got my ass whooped.
Same here.
Y'all need to just
Same
get
here.
good.
I'm past the
Yeah, we
boss.
do.
I got
You're not
past the
wrong.
boss and got
Be honest,
into the
that's the only
city.
reason you insisted we talk about Lies of P. That's the only reason.
Well, I wanted to
guy.
talk about it because it was interesting. I thought we were going to talk about whether it was worth the play or not. So, I don't
Sure.
know. My bad.
Sure. All right, tell us, how's the city?
you guys sound like you guys are trying to work your way and you just can't get in. That's hilarious. It's a pretty looking game. Matt was playing it on Series S, and it's what was it? Only 30 FPS over there.
It's
now?
unfortunately 30 FPS. Unfortunately, on Series S, not a great, but it looks amazing. Same on Series X, but it's 60.
Yeah, it's 60 FPS on Series X. It looks really nice. All of the enemies, it has a weird steep jump from where all the enemies are only 2 hits, and then you get to this one enemy, and it's like 30 or 40. It feels like.
Mm-hmm.
And then the boss is like almost like, to be honest, I felt like the only thing that made the boss harder is that his moves had more area of attack. Or else those smaller little mini bosses felt to me just as hard as the big boss. Except, like I said, the big boss just has more area hit, so it's harder to dodge.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's kind of just how I felt about the game so far. It looks like it's going to be a pretty good game, but I think it might just be a little harder than anticipated. Like when I went versus that first boss, I was just like, "What?"
They need to tweak that shit.
Like you definitely can really take advantage of the city, though. Like I said, a lot of those fighters are like 2 hits.
Bro, we need to get in the damn city.
What?
I'm saying we need to get in the city first. They need to tweak the early part of the game to make it easier for us to get progress through the early stages.
Don't you say that don't you say that on Souls game, Loke. Don't you say that.
And the worst part is that I got so far in Elden Ring. So freaking far. And with this, I'm like, there's no way this is harder than Elden Ring. But that's what it looks like. It looks like it's harder than Elden Ring.
It is harder than Elden Ring because I did the same thing that you did, Luke, with Elden Ring. Like, I was able to eventually beat it. But Elden Ring, if I get my ass kicked by a boss, I don't have to fight that boss. I can just go somewhere else and come back. On, like, Lies of P or Dark Souls or whatever, you got to fight that boss. If you don't fight that boss, you're not getting past it.
Both of my friends who are big into like Soulsborne games, they said, "Yeah, this is a Bloodborne ripoff practically in almost every aspect."
It seems like it.
Except the aspects that they are discussing that are different. It seems to them, at least, that Lies of P falls short in comparison to Bloodborne in some instances. They said the only comparable thing that's better is the frame rate for Lies of P. So,
yeah.
All right. Well, that's it. Cult Classic Cage, please plug your stuff. Unfortunately, we don't have time to do quiz time this week. It's very tight. Plug your stuff. Tell us where you can find you, what you're up to.
Nerds.
So we can get to the last point.
Well, Cult Classic Cage, you can find me on YouTube. I post so much every week. Like putting in the work, the grind. Yeah, and also, guys, check out Kick, man. I know Twitch is going down the shitter. I kind of jumped on the Kick train a little bit earlier than most seem to be, but Kick is definitely the answer to Twitch if you want to actually, support creators and go to a place that has room to grow. Whereas I think Twitch has already reached its peak, and they're just bleeding everyone dry for what they can at this point. So yeah. If you need. If you want to watch streamers play games, I play games. I react to some ridiculous stuff that probably would get me banned on YouTube, not gonna lie. So if you're into any of that, definitely check me out on Kick. And if you want to talk to me personally, just hit me up on Twitter, Cult Classic Cage, across the board.
Twitch is Budweising its way to the bottom. Last point. The Verge just reported that the Summer Game Fest featured no women on stage.
Good.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fact that no one else noticed, I'm talking about in the gaming community, says everything you need to know about this situation. Almost everyone else was just complaining about too much talking and not enough games. Not enough.
Imagine if they did feature women, there would be more talking. That's not good.
Oh God. You said that, I did not. Point is, this is just another example that highlights the amount of people that are in this space for the same reason that Nicolas Cage is in this space. There's a lot of people that are here. They don't really like this. They don't love this. They don't like play. They don't like pressing these buttons. They don't like spending hours seated on these computer chairs, looking at monitors and comparing frame rates and actually playing the games. They like the fact that this industry makes more than music, sports, movies combined. That's all they care about. They're here to use this as a vehicle. Our job is to pay attention to these people and not listen. Thank you for listening. All right, we need to get out of here.